To get national streaming sports on Roku TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, tap on our logo. On laptop, tablet, or mobile phone, download the free Roku app, channel search, tap on our logo. For smart TV, order the Roku device from the Roku store, hook it up to your TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, and tap on the logo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Corner with the Conn Man. I am your host, the Conn Man. I'm here at the Conn Man's compound up here in Massachusetts, and I have a very special guest about to come on, and I call him the OG from Chicago, Illinois. You know what I mean, folks? You guys are in for a big treat today because, I've never been, hesitant to talk NBA basketball or basketball any way, shape, or form because I've been following it since over 50 years. But, sometimes you got to bow your head and know when it's time to say when. And I have with me the pleasure of having my man, the OG, John Reeves. And, folks, before he comes on, I want to give you guys a little preamp, whatever you want to call it, how we ended up meeting. When I first started doing this podcast stuff and try to get my name out there and things of that nature, what I would do is I'd go on, I try to get on as many shows as I could to try to, expand my horizons. And there was a guy by the name of Bobby Reed, who has one of the best shows out of Chicago called All Ball Chicago. And after a while, I was almost like kind of stalking him a little bit, but he has a great show. Y'all should tune in for that. Anyway, he said, Mike, you know something? I got another OG that I think you guys would be great together on my show. He said, would you want to come on? I said, sure. OG said, sure. So we went on, and it's probably one of the most highly viewed shows that I know that I've been on. And, he's a pleasure to have on. And you know something? I tell people, you can read stats. You can read books. It don't mean a damn thing when it comes down to experiences. You know what I mean? I am the trivia king and all that, which don't mean nothing now because you got Google, you got LinkedIn, you got all that. But I never had that as a youngster, I retain. And when OG comes on, you're going to see how much I can retain. But anyway, the reason why I got him on the show is I wanted to talk to him about the landscape and also talk about what he wants to talk about because he is the OG. And I got to bow my head down. Not too many people that I would feel uncomfortable talking to. Believe me, I don't care who. It don't matter. But, when you have someone who has more experience than you, you got to learn how to, pay homage and respect to them. And my man John Reeves is absolutely one of them. He just keeps it real. He keeps it 100. And, anytime he comes on my show, even my producer said, oh, you got OG coming on? I said, yeah, absolutely. We're going to do the damn thing. So before he comes on, I guess I kind of want to talk about a couple of things. Getting back to the historical perspective, I guess. Here I am thinking I'm intelligent. But, what were you guys doing at the age of 12? Can y'all think back? What were y'all doing at the age of 12? I don't know, maybe going to the beach or maybe... I don't know, going to the park, going to wherever you went to. You know where I went? 12 years old, swear to God. I was at the New Bedford Public Library looking up microfilm. What's he doing looking up microfilm? I'm going to tell y'all. I began loving the game of basketball when I was like 11, 12 years old. Now, obviously, I live in Massachusetts. And, of course, there's a team called the Boston. I don't even want to say the name. That team up there, over there. And my first idol was Wilt Chamberlain. So they said, well, Bill Russell was way better than Wilt Chamberlain. I said, I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you guys. So I went to the Bedford Public Library and I looked up microfilm of when Bill Russell played against Wilt Chamberlain. And again, here's my retaining knowledge. They played, and I'm not looking up now. I don't have no mic or no Google, no nothing. They played 94 times versus each other. 94. 35 regular season. I don't know, my math might be, and 74 playoff games, something like that. It came up a total of 94. My math skills are not that good. And would you guys want to hear this? Wilt Chamberlain averaged 30 points and 28 rebounds. Also 4 assists. You can go Google that. And also, but I'm going to tell you something. If you guys look up your record books and your Google things, look up who has the most rebounds in the NBA game. Guess who it was? Mr. Wilt Chamberlain. Guess who he did it against? Mr. Bill Felton Russell. Do you all know that Wilt Chamberlain has approximately 72 NBA records? 72. I guarantee you Michael Jordan don't have 72. LeBron, none of them. But then, of course, I'm going to hear, well, they played back when there was only 8 teams. You know what? I beg to differ. Because there were no big men. You better go do your research. I know more. You guys ever heard of Nate Thurman, Walt Bellamy? Do I have to go? Jim Lester? I can name about 30 of them that were 6'10" and over. But anyway, the reason why I bring that up is because picture Wilt Chamberlain on the Celtics. Picture Bill Russell on Philadelphia. Where do you think their careers would be? You think Russell would have 11 rings? Do you know that Russell played with 8 Hall of Famers? NBA season's coming up. I'm going to have my NBA show. But I'm just going to give you guys what I'm trying to convey to you guys, that just because you can read numbers and read stats don't make you knowledgeable. Because a lot of people, that doesn't make you knowledgeable. Not at all. You know, if you can retain, that helps. And if you really know what you're talking about. But, you know, when I was going to basketball camp, I was at UMass Dartmouth. And I was the trivia king. So every day before camp, okay, Conn, what you got for us today? What's the trivia question for us today? Now, you guys may have a trivia question, but we went like this. We went, okay, this is back in the day, not now. Name 10 brother-brother combinations. Name father-son combinations. And that's what was our type of trivia questions. You know, and I got the famous one, which you guys cannot answer. Name the only player to ever win a high school, collegiate, ABA, NBA, and a gold medal. You guys won't get it. But anyway, so that's the type of questions that I retain. So when people say, well, yeah, he knows what he does, he knows what he's doing. Yes, I do. But it's 50 years of experience. And when the OG comes on, I have to take a back seat. I take a back seat because prior to that, well, right after that, I had the pleasure of having the great Sam Jones on my show. And he was a 10-time NBA champion, by the way. And no one talks about him. They talk about Bill Russell. Sam Jones had 10 championships, world championships. And the fact is, I had him on my show 3 months before he passed away. And when he told me the stories that he told me, and you guys can look it up if you want, had me in tears. What the Celtics had to go through and the things they had to go through was, and I have to tell you folks, that's kind of why I'm not a Boston fan. I'm not. I love the game. I love the players. I'm just not. I love Red Auerbach. Oh, do I love Red Auerbach. Red Auerbach, if you folks remember, in 1969, he named Bill Russell head coach of the Boston Celtics. At an era where there was race riots and all that, he named Bill Russell as the head coach, player coach. Who would do that? And so I kind of want to bring that part, only because they keep bringing up who's better, LeBron or Jordan. The answer is none of them. The answer is none of them, because you'll never know. And the reason why I brought up Bill Russell versus Chamberlain, because you had 94 games to make up your mind, to make up your decision. Has LeBron ever played against Michael Jordan? So to me, it's an unfair. People have their opinion. The older people are going to resonate to Jordan most anyway, and the younger people are going to resonate to LeBron because they've seen LeBron. They didn't really get to see Michael Jordan live or like actual game scenario. You know what I mean? So I want, and then what makes me upset, I'm on my rant right now, is the fact that even today people are still going to say who's better. Even Jordan said nobody. He said different eras. He don't, but people still going to go who's better. At the end of the day, who really cares? At the end of the day, who's the best? Does it really matter? Is that putting any money in your pocket? Is it putting any money in their pocket? So at the end of the day, how about just enjoy the talent that we were able to see? And I was fortunate to see all of them. I saw Will Chamberlain play, not person, but I got to see Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell. I got to see all the older ones, and Michael Jordan, and of course my favorite, Isaiah. And I got to see the old and the new. See, a lot of people only seen maybe from the mid '80s. I started 1970. I just sneak in my living room, my parents' living room, and put the radio on, because back then it was only 3 channels. So I was, go put the radio on and listen to the games. And what I would do, this is how cuckoo I was. I'd get a paper and a pen, and this is later on. I would get a paper and a pen and put down both teams, and I would do, points, averages. I'm not average, points scored, foul shot, assist. I would do that at a young age, because that's why I'm not too bright right now. But anyway, while waiting on John Reeves to come on, I wanted to talk about that. The reason that I wanted him on too, to get his perspective on, Chicago basketball, because he is Mr. Chicago. He has experienced way more. I'm here in Massachusetts, man. He has experienced more than anything I've seen. Just talking to him again. If he comes on, you will see. He don't have no Google. He don't have no LinkedIn. We don't do that. Every now and then I have to revert, to make a point, like schedules and standings, etc. like that. And of course, you got to use them. But when people think because they can give out stats that makes them knowledgeable, no. Sam Jones told me, and what brought me tears is the experience. You can read a book. I don't care how many books you read. You can, what I mean? But that's my. I think I ran on this before. But I'm waiting on him to come on, so I'm gonna ask him some questions while he comes on. But again, it's an honor. Funny how we met. He's out in Chicago. I'm here in Massachusetts, but we think alike, and sometimes we don't, and that's cool. He'd be like, hey, he'll be like, okay, I hear you, Mike, but then he'll come up with his opinion, and I'll do the same. I hear you, but you know what I mean. And this guy has so much knowledge, man. I think it's a good idea that he comes on this network, so you get a different perspective. And with the upcoming NBA season coming on, which I want to talk about too, but if sometimes things happen, I think he'll be on, but if not, we'll just reschedule him. I just want to vent. I'm in a venting mood. I'm excited about the NBA season. I've been watching all the preseason games. I've been watching the WNBA game on tonight. I'm so pumped up. But a couple of things I want to bring up. I have to. Okay, let's talk about. Do you know that the rookie contract is 4 years? So do you realize that if you play 4 years, you are apt to get an extension? 4 years, an extension. And you'd be surprised how much money these guys can make within the third year or going to the fourth year of unbelievable. I'll give you, and then you get a veterans extension as well. And I'll just give you an example. Kevin Durant is in the final 2 years of his contract. Again, no Google here, guys. Final year of his contract. After those 2 years, he can only sign for 1 year at $60 million. You heard me? 6-0. But if he holds off, he can go sign a 2-year contract with someone else and make upwards of $140 million for 2 years. Have you been noticing all the contracts? And I'm happy here. You don't want to take no money from people at all. You want the players to get, they earn it. It's a business. You got to do what you got to do. I understand it. I respect that 100%. I'm not jealous, but what I am, and this is what let me bring another point about I like analytics, but I don't. How about eye test? You can tell when someone can play. You can tell when they can't. You can tell when someone can shoot. Do I got to go by 83 points? No. You know if they can play or not. If you watch enough games, you can tell who gets nervous at the end of the game, who wants to take the last shot. Analytics don't really tell you that much. I mean, you have to use them. I understand. I'm not an analytics guy. I'm an eye test guy. I got a feel. Just like when you're a referee, I'm a referee. You can read the book and know all the rules, but you're not a robot. You're a human. So therefore, you got to go by feeling. So sometimes you read a book or you read a book about refereeing. That don't make you a good referee, guys, because you're going right by like you're a robot. You got to have a feel for the game. If you're a player and you have a feel for the game, you know when they're most of the time. But the NBA is so hard to officiate, so I give them all the kudos in the world because it's a tough game to officiate. And fans, they always complain about the referees, just call players. I love the NBA game. The players are so exceptional. I just don't like the crybabies. I'm sorry. Y'all making $55 million a year and someone taps you on the shoulder, you're going to complain? I love Luka, but all he does, Tatum. I think, the NBA needs to humble the players. I truly believe they need to humble them. Because guess what? They're getting new contracts. The salaries are going, if you can tie your shoe, you're going to get $10 million a year. It looks like it. I'll give you an example. Hartenstein, he was originally the backup center for the Knicks. All right. You guys seen him in the last year's playoffs? Very effective. Now, if you look at his points, I think he averaged like less than 8, maybe like 6 rebounds, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not a stat guy right there. So anyway, he just signed a 3-year contract, making almost $30 million a year. Now, if you look at his stats, analytics, you would say, how would they pay him that? See, you got to go by the intangibles. You go with how he relates to the players, how he relates to the coaches, his work ethic. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that go involved, and a lot of people don't know. They just go by stats. And it really upsets me because all they'll do is get there on their Google machine and da-da-da-da-da. That don't tell you everything. That don't tell you what kind of hot he has or how hot he plays. Them numbers, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you what a leader he is. Give me a stat that says how you can tell what player or what any sport is a leader. Give me a stat. Show me any analytics that tell me a player is a leader. There ain't none. You got to do the eye test. You got to see how they relate to the players and how the players relate to them. And this is what I get in my old age. I'm damn near 65 pretty soon. So, you guys want to, send your boys some coins, whatever, that would help out. No, I'm not joking. But anyway, the reason why I'm thankful for coming in, being part of this great network, is because they allow me to do what I want to, what I want to do. And, I love it. I love doing my shows. Sometimes things happen, but most of the time I do have my guests, most of the time. And I like to diversify. I like to not just do basketball, but I've had pro football players. I've had women players. I've had men players. I've had high school players. And now what I'm trying to do right now, folks, is with the upcoming NCAA season, one of the guys he's a man now, that I used to referee. His name is Bryson Goodine. He went to, his first year he went to Syracuse. Then he transferred over to Providence College. Then he went to Fairfield. And, because of the 50-year thing, whatever they got going on in the NIL, he is now playing for the University of Oklahoma. I got to take my glasses off, man. So anyway, playing for the University of Oklahoma. And I contacted him to see if he would come on my show, and he'll be coming on very soon. The season's starting pretty soon, so excuse me. He'll be coming on. I'm looking forward to having him and his experiences because I think he may end up making the league. If you guys remember, he led the nation in field goal percentage last year for a good amount of the year. But while waiting on John, he said he was coming on. But again, when you're dealing with technology, things happen. But you know something? I'm kind of glad because I'm always having guests. Sometimes I just want to let you guys know that I know a little something, something. I know a little something, something. You know what I mean? And, like I said, they call me the OG, but John Reeves is the real OG. And if you really want to know who OG was, Sam Jones. Again, brought me to tears. I don't want to go into the details about that, but the things that Bill Russell and all the African-American players for the Celtics had to go through is, I can't. And people say, I don't like BU, BC. Anything. I don't care. Boston Red Sox, I don't like none of it. And everybody knows it. They all know me. I don't like any of the local teams at all. At all. Because they all, anyway, except for the Celtics, by the way. But I'm not blaming the Celtics for what happened to the Celtics. It's the surroundings. They couldn't stay in the same hotel. They couldn't eat in the same restaurant. They couldn't drink out of the same water fountain. So if you want me to go there, I can go there. And I'm not making it up. Because all I got to do, you got to go look on the film. It's on film. Sam Jones talking, it's on film. So it's fact. That's something you can't deny. You can't, you can say, yeah, Mike. No. Not when it comes to basketball, folks. Again, I want to talk about the upcoming NBA season, but I also want to, again, thank, of course, I always thank her anyway, my boss, Keith Williams, and Jake Silver for giving me the opportunity. And I got to throw in there Cool McCain as well. Them guys are the best of the best. I've been on a few networks. Some would tell you what you could or could not do. I won't say the name of the network, but one of the networks told me, Mike, well, you got to go do hockey. What? Oh, yeah, you got to do hockey? And what was the other one? Hockey and some other hockey. I said, what? Hockey? I'm an NBA guy. I'm a basketball. You got to do hockey. And I tried to explain to them. I said, look, when you have podcasters, shouldn't you have them do what they do best? You put me on hockey, I can't pronounce half their names. I can't pronounce any of their names. Number one, I don't understand the game. Number two, I don't know what the hell is going on. Number three, I look like a complete idiot. Instead of putting me in my element. You see how comfortable I am. Put me in a hockey game. You got I'll be on YouTube or every tube. I'll be on the funniest network, the funniest one. Nah, man. I'm a basketball guy. I love football. I enjoy that. And I love boxing. That's my thing. I love doing that as well. But, again, I'm just thankful to be on this network. And I always give praise. I always give praise to them because, I've had singers on there. They'll tell you. I've had singers. I've had mediums on here. I had people helping food pantries. I've had just, you name it, I've had them. I think I've had like 7 or 8 singers. I've had boxers. I've had, because I have the accessibility to have all the guests come on. And I'm very thankful. And one thing I would like to tell those who are watching, when you do have your shows and you do have guests, remember, they are the focus, not you. See, now when John comes on, if he does come on, I call it, I set the table. I set the table. Now they go and cook the meal. They do it all. I just set the table. You know what I mean? So that's how I've been somewhat successful, is because they are the focus. And that's why I think, sometimes I'll invite people back and they have no problem. Because, everybody, I think, likes to be recognized. I don't care if you pick up garbage, you know, and I have an opportunity to thank those while they're alive. And that's what I continue to do. But the one thing, before we go into the NBA thing, what I want to talk about is you guys may be saying, well, how come Michael can't get no NBA players? I mean, present NBA players. Well, there's a little problem with that. I want you all to know. So give you guys some knowledge. When you are, well, I'm not even talking about the now players. That's a whole nother one. But if you want to try to get the elite, like a Walt Frazier or like Tiny Archibald, who I've been trying to get, those type of players, there's a problem. I contacted the NBA office, spoke to the top of the top. I explained to them what I was doing, that I want to bring back the old NBA, keep their memories alive, and never to forget them, because without them, the NBA would not be what it is today. And I keep that memory going, not because I'm older. I'm not that old. But I mean, I want to keep their memory alive. And they said, Mike, true story. We appreciate what you're trying to do, but we're not giving you any names. Just like that. I respected that. He said, no, we're not giving you any names because they are part of the union. And when you're a part of a union, anybody who is will know, you pay union dues. Your allegiance is to them. So if I were to try to get former NBA players, unless they're good with it, you got to go through the NBA. You got to go through their agent, and they want to be compensated. And I'm telling you, folks, I ain't got it like that. So, you know, I was fortunate enough to have Paul Presley come on, which he was great. And I had Kermit Washington. So now how does Mike know that? Well, Kermit Washington played for the Lakers, and then he had a big incident with Rudy Tomjanovich, broke his face. Anyway, he was barred from the NBA. His last team he played for, which is kind of unique, to be honest with you, was, guess who? The Boston Celtics. Guess who got him? Red Auerbach. So, you know, I'm kind of blessed, man, because I don't know. I have the best friends, the best contacts, and I've been very fortunate. And, you know, I just want you guys to know that, you know, we're going to be doing some big things on this network. Not just me. Believe me, this network is going to be alive and well. We got some upcoming NBA shows, which are going to be great because let me tell you something. Coach Dante and Kuma King, oh, Lord have mercy. Us three get together, who knows what's going to happen. And then, of course, the Boss Key comes in. Oh, it's going to be nice. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also going to have my little NBA tidbits here and there as well. But I also want to promote the network. You know, what I also like to do is, I'm sure people who know me know that I always like to recognize other podcasters and other sports shows, whether it be on this network or not, because that gives you credence. And I've had some other people from other networks, but we kind of all know, it's a little circle. We all kind of know each other. So I am not, you know, I'm just me. And I met so many great people being on this network, doing all these things. The other podcast, everybody does a good job. Everybody. I cannot say anything negative about anybody. A lot of them put their time with the graphics and the music and all that. And it's not easy, folks. You try doing this, it's not easy. You know, I put a burden on my boss, Key Williams, because I know on, off. I'm old school. I know on and off. So she takes care of everything for me, believe me. Without her, they're beating on me, so I always want to give her props. But we got about 20 minutes. I'm like, I guess my boy John, he said he was coming on. But you gotta remember, he's on Midwest time. I'm on Eastern time. So I don't know. He said 5 o'clock his time, which is 6 o'clock my time. So I think well, you know, it's something, but we're getting back. And next Friday, folks, just to let you know, last week we had a little bit of an issue because I had 2 guests on. Usually I have one at 5 o'clock, and that's it. but sometimes you got to try to accommodate people on their schedule. And I always hit up my boss. I said, boss says, okay, we do too, because I have to accommodate them if I don't have, my guests come on. And, people have lives to live, and for them to take, another thing, for people to take time to come on my show or any show, you know what I mean? You guys see Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee show. You think he's doing it for free? You see Lou Saban on the Pat McAfee show. You think he's doing it for free? You see, what's his name? I can't remember that team, but he used to coach the football team on 140 there. They won a couple of championships. Bill, whatever his name is. As you know, I don't like him. And you see him on TV now? You think he's these people are getting paid, and it's like a little circle that goes round and round and round. Although they're very good, don't get me wrong. And I still think Stephen A. is the best in my eyes, but that's me. I'm sure I'm going to get heat for that. I just think he's very entertaining. He's very knowledgeable. He's straightforward, and of course, people are not going to like what I do. I'm entertained. I am totally entertained. I have a ball. I watch all of them. I'm retired. Although people say I'm retired, I watch everything, man. So you know what I mean. It's like I almost don't. I'm coming down with something. Excuse me, folks. There is the one, the only, my boss, Chief
What's
Brew.
going on? What's going on, Con?
I don't know. I'm waiting for my guests. I don't know. I don't know.
I can shoot some. I can shoot a little bit with you for a little bit before I gotta go in the store.
Hey, now hey, my boss is a Philadelphia fan fanatic. Now we're going to talk a little bit, and now I'm all pumped up. Okay, now you guys acquired a guy by the name of, I think his name is Paul George. And he's getting over 50 mil a year, and he's already injured. What is your take on that?
Um, Daryl Morey had to do something because he kind of probably was on his way out.
Yeah.
I knew Paul George once. He wasn't happy over there in L.A. He already said Philly was on his radar anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he hyperextended his knee. Nothing too serious, but we all know he's injury prone. Um, I mean, he hyperextended it. Joel already said he's not playing back to backs. He's actually going to listen to
Mm-hmm.
the staff. Because highly doubt if a healthy Joel Embiid, he is one of the best big men in the NBA. Y'all can at me all y'all want to. A healthy Joel Embiid is a monster.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
7'3". He got the footwork of a guard. He got the finesse moves. He can shoot the three. He got a mid range. Old school bully ball is what he does. If he
Mm-hmm.
stays healthy, that's it. That's the key. If he stays healthy, Sixers is a finals contender team in my eyes. Um, we got Oubre back, which was a plus.
Yes.
Um, Maxi won MVP, most improved player. Maxi is going to be MVP one day. Um, Brought back the veteran Kyle Lowry to help with the point guard situation.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a time when we see Kyle running the point and Maxi play the two, which I wouldn't be mad at that.
No, not at
Um,
all.
we brought in Caleb Martin. We all know what Caleb Martin can do, 3-and-D guy. Um, who else did we get? Eric Gordon, another veteran. We all know Daryl Morey liked them Houston Rockets because you know, he's a part of the Rockets organization, and he likes
Mhm.
bringing in them old behind Rocket players. We all know Harden,
Yeah,
PJ Tucker. Now we got Eric Gordon. We got the guy that plays from France. I forget his name, but he looked solid. Andre Drummond was a big piece because he can take some of the load off Joel Embiid.
absolutely.
Um, when he's not playing, he's a rebounding machine. He'll get you about 20 boards. He may not
Yeah.
be a scorer, But he'll get you some boards. He got good vision for a big man. He can find an open guy. I mean, I'm not gonna get too sucked in, Con, because you know what happens when they suck me in. We get to the playoffs and
Right?
all hell breaks loose and we lose. Whether it's the first or second round, we can't get out the first. We can't get out the second round. Can't get out the first round. But the East has bulked up. I don't know if y'all seen that roster in New York. OG stayed. They get Karl Anthony Towns because Isaiah Hartenstein leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell, he's going to be out because he's still nursing that foot injury. They ship out Randall and DiVincenzo. They
Yep.
bring in the they bring in Mikal Bridges. Y'all know
Yeah.
how I feel about Mikal Bridges. He's a
Right.
Nova guy. The Sixers had him, and they traded him away on draft day. I will forever be. I don't know why and what possessed the Sixers organization to do that, but that's always going to be a thorn in my side. Then you got Jalen Brunson, another note. Like I said, I love all my Nova guys. I know they in New York, but I watched them here because Villanova's not too far from where I live. I don't like none of the area teams, Drexel, Temple, and all that. Even though Dawn Staley played the Temple, coached the Temple for a while. You
Mhm.
got the late great, my God, what's his name? Kind of coach, John Chaney. Look, that coached in Philly. So we got some good names in Philly. Aaron McKee, born and raised in Philadelphia, went to
Okay.
Temple and went to the Sixers. So, he still has some ties in Temple. So Philly got some good names, get some good players.
Do you know
But
who else went? You know who
huh?
else went? You know who else went to Temple? You know who else went to Temple?
No, who else?
Jalen Brunson's dad.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Ah, I got you. Hey, I got you. But anyway, yeah, but I'm very happy with the East. Milwaukee, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with their injuries. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But the East is going to be very tough. The East is going to be. I'm before I want to get to the WNBA because I know that's what you're going to be pumped up tonight, and you got the baseball as well. But what I want to before we get into the WNBA, I gotta hit you up with this one. Here we go. Every time. Hold on, boss. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He just signed an extension. Big money. And he went to Olympics. He wasn't healthy then. Playoffs, he wasn't healthy then. Went to Olympics, wasn't healthy then. They came home, they said, okay, we're going to chill. We're going to work him slowly. Then he was in protocol. Now it's indefinitely. What's your take on that?
Stop stealing money and just retire. Stop stealing money and just retire, Kawhi. I understand when Kawhi is healthy, he is a top 10 player.
Oh,
He's
that's
had
without,
he's had
without doubt.
he's had this knee issue since college, y'all. It didn't just happen. He's had these knee issues for a very long time. He got to San Antonio, won that championship, and then Pop shut him down. They shut him down his knee then. He wasn't able to go. Then he gets traded to Toronto, wins the championship there, and then goes to LA. Really hasn't been seen him there. Kawhi, I understand you wanna try the ball, but bro, just give it up. Just your knees can't take it no more. You've been a successful basketball player in this league. You got 2 rings. What else are you chasing?
Now, my question to you, I don't know the answer. He has just signed a 3-year contract. What happens to that? Oh, I guess she's out. Well, folks, I got to go back. Oh, can you hear me now? I think you guys can hear me. That's probably pretty good because, every time I do my show, folks, somebody calls. And when they call, my volume goes down, so I can't really hear. I got to work on that. But for some reason, no matter what time I do my show, somebody got a call. But getting back to what I was saying about Kawhi. These guys are making 60 million, 50 million, 40, 30. It's ridiculous. But then again, if they're making that, what are the owners making? So,
My mom called.
I was just talking about the money that these players are making now. And oh yeah, my question was to you, boss, is that he just signed an extension. If he retires, Does he get that?
I mean, if it's guaranteed, yeah. I mean, I how much more of the Clippers money he's going to take just sitting there on a bench in street clothes? You know how we make fun of Anthony Davis, street clothes Davis? We gotta call him street clothes Kawhi now. Like you just sitting there on the bench. Now, if you're gonna sit there on the bench, are you gonna help the young guys out? Or are you gonna be, helping them with the coaching, or are you gonna be productive? Y- We haven't really seen him in a couple of years of having a full season.
But the
So I
thing is,
mean,
too, boss.
and
Now
then
it could be something.
Harden ain't getting no younger. PJ
And
Tucker don't like his role. Westbrook is in Denver.
boss, let me go out and come back in because somebody called and messed up my bar. I'll go and come back in, please. Hold on.
All right. Now I gotta hold down the fort while Khan goes in and out. It's all right. But appreciate y'all watching again. This will be on Roku TV tomorrow afternoon at 5. So make sure y'all tune in. If you can always catch
He said, "Can you get
Khan
through?"
here on Fridays.
He hit me back up. Well, I went. He said,
You can always catch Khan here on Fridays.
"Yeah, getting back on. Give me mini boots." Uh, Somebody always call.
But yeah, you can catch it, us here on the Sports Wave Network. Again, we got great shows lined up. Beantown Breakdown, he's in the chat. He does the NFL pre-gaming on Sunday mornings. Of course, you got Jake the Snake Silver with the Jake Snake Sports Talk. And of course, basketball season is coming right around the corner. So again, the courtside view will be back. Of course, 7200 seconds will be back hopefully with me and Coach Dante. Life's been happening. But we got a lot of good things. A lot of good things. We adding. Con is back. Are you good now? We good? Can you hear? Hold on. Might have to go out and come back in. Yeah, but we only got 10 more minutes left. Just came up to help out Con until his guest didn't come on. So we shooting some basketball a little bit. When he comes back in, we'll break down WNBA finals. Definitely New York is leading the series is tied up. It's either tied up or I think New York's up. But Sabrina Ionescu hit that game winner to seal the deal. Once I seen Kayla McBride reach, it was a bad deal. Sabrina Ionescu got the ice in her veins. She definitely had that Mamba mentality locked in. Uh, great lead Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant loved him some of Sabrina Ionescu. Um, we good now? Can you hear now? Still can't hear you. Try it again. Come back out and go all the way out and come back in. But yeah, that's what's going on. NBA is gonna be starting back up next week. Opening games, I believe, is Boston and New York, which should be a good series, a good game, and then it's the Sixers and the Bucks. I don't know why they always got us playing the Bucks opening game. So that should be interesting. Paul George, I'm not sure if he's going to be in the opener, but Joel will be ready. Go up against Giannis and Dame. Chris Middleton should be healthy. But NBA season, I'm ready. And you all know we got the NBA going on. Let's see if Khan can hear. How about now? There we go.
There we go. Go ahead, Greg. Go continue what you were saying.
I was saying that the opening, NBA starts next week, opening day Tuesday. I think it's the Knicks in Boston, the first game, and then it's Philly and Milwaukee. They always got us playing Milwaukee the very first. I don't know why. We always play Milwaukee. Well, this should be interesting. I know I was talking a little bit about WNBA. Sabrina Ionescu with the game-winning shot. I
Ooh,
believe what the series tied up, or they up 2-1. I forget.
they're up 2-1.
So but next year, the finals for WNBA will be game best of seven. They already decided that.
I
So
heard
it'll
that.
go best of seven right now. I think it only goes five. They just have to win one more. Um, I think it's the best of three. The three, yes, I think they just got to win one more, and they uh they will be champs. Stewie, Brianna Stewart, you already know she got a couple titles with Seattle. So but it'll be good for New York to bring a title there.
It'd be great for New York. You got them, you got the Mets, you got the Yankees. I mean,
Yeah, New York will be only thing. The Jets did get Devontae Adams to come there. But let's see what they do. The Giants ain't gonna do much. So New York do have something to be happy for.
yeah, they do because Saquon's going to go back and he's going to put a terror on the Giants. I believe. And
Thank you, Giants, for not appreciating him. Thank you so much.
exactly. Oh, that's right. Exactly. And Devontae, I think he's going to help. I don't know how much. They're in so much disarray. I don't know how much that he's going to
But
be a
Aaron
factor.
Rodgers and Devontae know each other so well.
Oh,
But
they're going to do it.
Devontae Adams is going to help Garrett Wilson out a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I
they,
come.
you know, they always had a good defense. Offensively, they're getting around. So we'll see what Aaron does. We'll see how that work out. But he does have a receiver that he knows, Allen Lazard as well. Them two
Yeah,
played together. So we'll see. I just need for people to stop catering to Aaron Rodgers. But that's another story for another day.
yes. But know something? I want you to give some knowledge to those because this is breaking news. But I know you know. What's up with this new league that the WNBA are doing? It's called Unlimited. What do you know about?
Um, I know a little bit. I know Brianna Stewart and some others are
Yeah,
are in charge. I know it's like a
yeah,
is it a 3-on-3 type of
yeah.
league.
And I'm hearing they're trying to get Caitlin to play in this too. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay. Because I don't know if it's going to be like an alternate thing, so players don't have to go overseas. I know uh, Camila Cadorso, she's going to go play with China overseas.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And got the expansion teams coming, and teams get to pick, get to keep who they want on their roster. So some of the stars, we may see go to the expansion team. We maybe not, but I think they only are able to keep six. So
Ooh,
going to
ooh.
be interesting.
It is, it is. But you know what's good? You know, I'm excited about NFL football, believe it or not, and I'm excited about the NBA season. I'm looking forward to tonight's game. I haven't got my popcorn ready. I'm ready to roll. So
So
uh,
before we got to get out of here, but let me get your thoughts. I know you're the Laker guy. What do you think about Dalton Connect? I'm so irked because Daryl Morey, you had a chance to get him. He for me he would have fit perfect with the Sixers with the spacing with Joel Embiid. But that's another story. I'm over it. Morey decided to get Jared McCain from Duke. It's okay. But what are your thoughts on Dalton Connect?
well, I watched him in college during the NCAA's, and you could tell he has a lot of range. And I watched a couple of preseason games, boss, and he got all hot. He don't play. I mean, he's not trying to work his way in. He's taking it. You know what I mean? They're not. He's taking it, and he has great range. And I mean, 35 points. That is crazy on that team. Who everybody wants the ball to do that is very very impressive. I think he's going to be. They're saying my man from the Rockets, what's his name, that might get rookie of the year. I don't know. I think Connect might get it.
I know who you're talking about. I forget his name, but yeah, I don't know. I think that was a great pickup for the Lakers. That's a JJ Redick type of pick.
You
The
know
one thing
it.
about one thing about JJ Redick, he is very basketball IQ knowledge.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
JJ was my guy when he was here in Philly. Oh, I love JJ. Was like we haven't had a shooter since he left. That's why I said Connect would have been perfect. But he is he reminds me of JJ so much. But JJ is so knowledgeable. Um, he's gonna change some things with the Lakers. I just hope they give him a chance and don't scapegoat him if something goes wrong. Give JJ a chance if it doesn't go right. Just don't.
But I know something? Y'all being disingenuous because you're a Philly fan. I'm a Laker fan. You're trying to hop on my wagon. You know, I don't know if I appreciate that. For real. I don't know. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Connect, he's one of a kind. I like the way the Lake, and then you know what? The thing about JJ Redick, they say, well, he's new. He don't have coaching experience. You know how you get around that? Is you hire good people around you. You know what I mean? And he's got good, experienced people around him. And I think the Lakers are going to be okay. I don't know how far the West is crazy. Oklahoma City is ridiculous. San Antonio is going to be good with the addition of Chris Paul. But that's for our NBA show. We got to say something.
One more question before we roll out here. Your thoughts on Lonzo Ball coming back?
You know, I watched the highlights of the game. I watched his interview prior to the game. And I watched, you know what was great? I don't know if you watched as much as I did. They love him. His teammates actually love the hell out of him. And it brought tears to me because they gave him the game ball and he says he's not the same as of course he's not going to be. He had the surgery that no one's ever played with after that. So to answer your question, I am so proud of him, man, because he could have gave up. He had doctors tell me, hey, you ain't playing no more. And to take the determination and the will and desire to go play the game he loves. And I think it's a testament to him. Even his dad, I think it's a testament to him because he's got that work ethic. And I'm very proud of him. And I don't think they're going to be that good this year. But as long as he's playing, he's healthy, he's happy. I think, you know, a lot of people pulling for him. And I think it's a great thing.
Yep. So, well, I can't wait till we get the basketball going. Of course, you know, we gonna have a lot of things to talk about. Our expectations of the league, who we think's gonna, you know, be front runners, things of that nature, rookies to watch out for. But that's gonna be coming up soon. You know, I'm gonna try to chime in, you know, when I can. So, but yeah,
We know we know you will.
But I'll let you break down things. I'll be here to close things out. I gotta go to market now.
All right, you handle your business. I'll handle mine. Thank you, boss. All right, folks, that was the boss, the one and only Key Williams. I was able to get, well, matter of fact, I was able to get a hold of DOG John Reeves. He said he couldn't get through. Sometimes, depending upon the technology, we had a situation last week where, you know, we have a link that we sent out to our guests, and sometimes the link goes through, sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm doing, once I get off the air, because we got to close up shop, I got to get ready to watch my WNBA. But folks, again, I want to thank you for tuning in. We got some NBA stuff going on. I'm going to, matter of fact, Tony Bruin from Syracuse, you guys remember him? Got to have him come on. You guys remember Gene Smith from Georgetown? I got him coming on. I got Bryson Gurdon, who now plays for Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma. I got him coming on. So I got some guests coming on. We're going to have I believe, two of the most intelligent basketball minds, and Kuma Kane and Coach Dante. So we're going to be banging heads. No, it's all respect, though, but we're going to be banging. We're going to have disagreements, and they got no problem telling me, Conn, you're wrong, and vice versa. But we have a good time. I'm looking forward to it. And, before I sign off, I want to thank, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for tuning in. We've had some great shows. Ash Ondorf and her situation is one of the most highly watched views, on the network, and that was great. And I always tell my people in Boston, and they can testify, I like people who come on my guests to make an impact. And that's my goal, that's my dream, and that's why I get people sometimes who may not be basketball, but don't get it twisted, basketball's my heart and soul. So Like I said, who do you know at 12 years old goes and looks up microfilm? You know I got problems. So anyway, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in to Sports Corner with a comment on the Sports Wave Network. And also, if you guys caught the beginning, we are also on Roku TV, which will be shown tomorrow at 5 p.m. I haven't been able to watch it on Roku yet, but I'm going to try tomorrow. I got a little time on my hands. So again, folks, thank you for tuning in to my show, Sports Corner with the Conn Man on the Sports Wave Network. May you all have a great night. Take care of yourself. God bless. And do me a favor. Help someone else. Pay it forward. God bless. Take care.